for Daewoo United is it's rather interesting, right? Because they can go for the farm, they can go for the farmers here almost straight away and not get too punished by it. They could opt to go for a safer route, which is usually the glue in these cases. But then you're giving that power pick over to Geek Slate. Kaja, oh yes, Kaja still wide open.
Yeah, and Daewoo United instantly snatched that. So what else do we have left? We still have the Eve, we still have the Farmist. An option also, Geek Slate getting the glue and the Lance.
They want Daewoo United to actually go for this Farmist for some reason. I think Geek is either extremely confident they can actually force out the call Altar before it actually comes into use, or before Glue actually gets into the middle of that fight. But Daewoo United, I think they might be able to sniff this one out, right? It is Baloyskie on the opposite side. It's something to always be aware of. So they doubled. Okay, it's nice because now they have an insurance policy. If you want to go for big tanks, at least I have the carry. And if you want to just play with just Glue, at least we have the counter pick of the Farmers.
Absolute tank melter on the side of Daewoo United. And suddenly it also increases the potency of this Kaja, right? If I drag the Glue away, I have so many ways of just destroying your health bar. Melissa gets picked up by Geek Slate.
Yeah, absolutely, because they know that Daewoo United, as soon as you see Farmers, they're going to clump up together to make sure you get the maximum effect of the call Altar. And as good as it is, Melissa is great at chunking away multiple people's health at the same time. You see the Frederick get banned out for the side of Slate. Daewoo United decide, you know what, Farsa, big issue, don't like it.
Yeah, no artillery mage, don't want anyone to destroy the call Altar. There's still the Eve in the pool. Do you think that would be kind of the must ban by Daewoo United?
I feel like it's one of the... I think it's one of those bans that they probably should consider it because they've already gotten rid of the Farsa. If they decided, you know what, let's leave both the artillery mages up and about, then maybe there's a couple of options and maybe they could have thought about like switching out the Farmers and move around the Kaja's position and sacrificing their lane entirely, but it's safer not to. Geek Slate, with the final ban on their side, are they also going to get rid of another jungler? What else are they really afraid of? Martis is giving that much of a difference, right? Ah, Rock.
So there's a chance that Geek Slate is going to aim... Wait. I mean, both teams are still looking for... Maybe Geek Slate are still looking for mates, right? I mean, for Daewoo United, they already have the Farmers on their end. What are they trying to ban at? Roma, what else is left in the tank for them?
I don't know. It's tough because Baloyskie can always decide to whip out the Natalia all of a sudden, and that's when it gets really, really scary, right? He's known for his Natalia. He's known at slipping between the cracks of your defense, and it forces your opponents to play a very different style of rechecking brushes, even after they've checked it previously, like 2 seconds ago, just to make sure that Baloyskie is there.
So Daewoo United, they do ban out Eve, so all 3 artillery mages banned by Daewoo United. So much emphasis on the call Altar, but that means the Lilia goes over to Geek Slate.
Yep, natural order of progression here. Daewoo United need to finish off the composition, but somehow it's tough. It's really, really tough, right? Because now that Kaja has already been selected, going for the Lolita to try and counter out the marksman in Melissa from Geek Slate isn't really an option. So now they have to figure out EXP later that gets on top of her. Uranus. I was thinking more along the lines of Yuzong, because at least with Yuzong you could try to look for a guaranteed combo in Lilia. The Hayabusa I think is very, very risky.
So what does this indicate from the side of Daewoo United, right? What's the game plan?
I think Daewoo United are going to be playing for picks the entire matchup, right? They're going to be playing 4-1 with Uranus looking to play in the side lane, while the rest of the team is going to stick together. Geek Slate finish things off with Baloyskie. Instead of going for his traditional Natalia signature, he's going to go for the Saber. So it's all about looking for that one shot. Hey, you try and Divine Judgment, my boy? I'm going to triple sweep you.
Well, guess what? We have a game on our hands. This is the important one, right? Both powerhouses from the same region. Only one of them can win their first series in the Swiss round. And best part is that we get to see picks that we probably won't ever get to see on our end. The Saber and the Uranus.
Look, I am bringing back the vibes. It feels like the vibes of Season 2 SPS MLBB is happening all over again, right? There's many, many teams who whipped out a Saber, a Uranus, just out of nowhere. Whether they like it or not is a different story, or what the call with it.
Yeah, if you want to test out some stuff, I think this is the best time to test it out before you start losing that first series and put yourself in the red zone, right? You still have some lives to work with. The score 1-1, Dewa United and Geek Slate. Only one can walk out alive. And if whatever Gary said just now rings true, maybe Geek Slate will have the advantage over Dewa United.
Well, let's see whether or not as we get right into the game, it's going to be Dewa United on the blue side with Geek Slate on the red side. I'm very curious to see how Dewa United is going to play their composition, right? Because it's all about finding those picks as soon as you hit level 4. But how are they going to manage the waves in time?
And, I mean, who's going to be the one doing this, right? We see actually maybe a Kaja on that mid side also. There's Uranus and Farmers on the top side. This early invade, just Shackle covering a lot of that ground early on.
Yeah, they're trying to steal away as many camps as they possibly can and just apply a lot of pressure to Geek Slate, especially since mid lane is a little tough for Aboy to actually maintain. He can clear waves, but he won't be able to help afterwards because he has to commit so many charges just to the wave.
And Lion is going to try. Thankfully, Baloyskie is there, so no first blood. Good attempt nonetheless. It's Dyson on the top side, gone on first blood for Hades.
Yeah, this is something that Dyson probably should have thought of, especially since he already lost his Purify so early on. He should be extremely careful walking up into this lane. Now, Baloyskie, he can't hold this mid lane by himself. Like, Lilia, Aboy is on the Lilia, has been trying to hold this wave out for as long as possible, rotates to that top side to get the Purify early on, and now is looking to recover from that damage.
Yeah, Azura's guy is getting punished by Models Kadira. Bit out of position, but no Divine Judgment just yet. So he's going to be very, very fine.
Oh, top side though. Looks like it's a bit of an engagement here.
Yeah, well, it's going to be Hades using the iframe of the Thorn Rose to get out. They have to sacrifice Luke in the process.
Yeah, Dyson is... Oh, Uranus is still tanky. No matter how you look at it, it is just a tough void to get through. But Baloyskie now being level 4 here could mean that they can guarantee at least one kill. Could be on this Hayabusa.
Turtle dropping low. Gonna try to pull his dab. Baloyskie dragged back into the midst of things. Flickers to safety. That means Turtle goes over to Dewa United. They claim Hades. In the process, the Lancelot drops.
Extremely bold, I would say, with Hades and as well as Baloyskie, right? And yes, the kill was expected to happen, but Keys is playing a very strong game right now. He's positioning himself extremely well. He's making sure he finds that value, and it allows Shakobone to actually press advantages across the map.
And Kadira has not much mana left, and he knows that he's going to be fed to the wolves. That is going to be Keys again, racking up the net worth on this Farmers.
Yeah, they are escalating this early game very fast. 4 kills within 3 minutes of the game already, and Baloyskie can only just sit back, drop down the Sweet Blades, the Orbiting Blades, making sure that he is staying healthy until the time is right. Until then, Geek Slate just playing it slow.
Is Baloyskie going to become kind of your kamikaze in that mid to late game? Like, if I one-shot someone, that's good enough. That's the bare minimum.
Well, it's not really about the damage, and more so about the time that you lock them down with a triple sweep. Because the animation surprisingly takes... It feels
forever.
fast, but like the CC, the fact that you can't do anything in that duration, it feels like it's forever. And for people like Lanaya, for an example, will get punished heavily. Baloyskie dying once again. Shaco mode punishing him for disrespecting the space, and that's how Dewa United are saying that this river is off bounds. You must play defensively against us.
Hey, you have so many ways to kind of displace the members of Geek Slate, right? You have Shadow Stampede, you have the Divine Judgment, and Hades. You don't really want to be there. He's losing so much health. Lanaya, he's just going to go for it. No contest at all.
Yeah, Kadira did not want to be part of that. He doesn't know whether Shakimoto has got his ultimate back up already. Now he's going to get dove.
He's going to be forced to be a part of this fight. I mean, get away from me, or go home. They're at 0-2. I mean, this is starting to get out of control very quickly.
Yeah, extremely. And I think that's because Baloyskie just cannot provide the same level of pressure that Shakobone is doing right now. Because every single time he walks out, he's like, I want to find another target that isn't this Kaja.
Yeah, and yeah, you have the triple sweep. That is great. But if you get dragged back, then there's so much more value, right? And even then, they still have to find an answer for the Cult Altar. And realistically, they don't have a proper way to deal with it right now.
You know, speaking of which, I think that Geek Slate is going to completely give up on this turtle right now. We do see that Baloyskie wants to push the agenda with a lane gank down on the bottom side, and I think Dewa United read into this.
They do steal the turtle away. Hades was able to secure it with the red tree. So at least they get something out of it, but Geek Slate are still struggling to get much done. Maybe Baloyskie down the bot side, a 2v2. Kadera needs this kill. Azura Skies, who's gonna get this? Kadera actually traces life back, a 1-for-1. Not the most ideal, but Geek Slate have more problems right now because Keys is gonna show up. Shadow Stampede doesn't connect. Lanaya will be there. And Baloyskie instantly taken down.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out some of these movements for the side of Geek Slate, right? Is Baloyskie calling for people to not show presence and stay alive to actually manage the wave afterwards, or is it the fact that they don't want to be part of the collateral, right? Because they know that Shikimon already used his ultimate there. They already knew that Lanaya also was pretty committed hard, and Aboy still has the black shoes. So why didn't he walk up there to try and save Baloyskie's life?
And Baloyskie's gonna try again. Triple sweep right there. Our boy using the black shoes. Baloyskie's gonna drop. Kadera has the chance to go Q's right now, but runs out of gas. And our boy also on the run. Azura Skies can't follow up. Well, Dyson is gonna be preoccupied mid. Lanaya with the OE shadow kill. They try to share the damage, but still ends up losing Hades. Luke with the split, walks on forward, sticks on the Lanaya, drags him back. There might be enough damage to finally get a trade in. Dyson will be nearby. Our boy also walking forward. Lanaya doesn't drop.
Oh, he doesn't die there? Okay.
Oh, finally goes down. Took longer than expected.
Oh my goodness, I really thought Luke was not going to get the kill there for a second there. Oh boy, all right. Things are working according to plan. Now, even though they are, oh god, I would say 3K at this point down against Geek Slate. Geek Slate isn't dead in the waters just yet, right? They still have, this is where they can start escalating the situation. This is where they start looking for defensive holes from Dewa United, because Baloyskie, he's looking for an opportunity to find isolated targets. And right now, Dewa United are sticking as close as they possibly can.
Yeah, as long as they're within range of the Cow Altar, I think they would be very happy with that. Geek Slate still have not been able to find much pressure on the structures. I mean, it took them so long to take down Lanaya. Dewa United even got the bot tier 1. Kadera. Oh, it's the one we wanted against Azura Skies. Both of them walking away with a third of health. But guess what? Azura Skies has friends, and Kadera has no friends. So he will end up going down. Hades looking for Dyson. At least this Uranus healing back up and just runs out of there.
Yeah, they got the neutral objectives that they were looking for. They ended up having to sacrifice Kadera for it. It's not too bad, because unless they were United get a tier 2 here, then it would be worth their time. If not, Geek Slate should be able to find some divine retribution.
Yeah, Kadera is 1-4 right now, absolutely suffering in this game. Azura's guys won't be able to finish off the turret. There's a Shaco mode once more, just covering all the bases. 1.5 minutes until the next major objective, and at least for Geek Slate, they still have this mid turret.
Yeah, at least they still have it. It's tough. These team fights are definitely not in their favor. It's tough for Geek Slate to find the right opportunity to get on someone, like, because if Kadera is part of these fights, he's doing a lot, right? But Keys needs to go, Baloyskie needs to be in the right position to find Keys, and if he's isolated against someone like Lanaya right now, he just guaranteed is to die.
Guaranteed one shot. They do pull the Uranus under the turret. Kadera under pressure again. Can they at least get Dyson this time? Finally getting something done. The rest of Dewa United in that top side jungle. Not where Geek Slate can just easily walk in, but Hades will look to get something done. Luke is going to get suppressed. Dragged back by Divine Judgment. Forced to flicker. Drags himself over the finishing line, mixed it out with his life, and the split as our boy supports his escape.
Oh, nicely done. They committed quite a bit to that as well. They also committed the Divine Judgment, which gives Geek Slate a very big opening for a potential fight, right? So where is Baloyskie on the map right now? He's on bottom side.
He's going to be all alone. Almost gets the solo kill. That is a heartbreaker.
Oh no, it hurts. It hurts. He even committed the flicker.
Well, at least, you know, that's the limit, right? 1-6, almost solo kills a carry with 4-1. It's not the worst.
It may not be the worst, but you're definitely still hoping to get that kill, right?
Yeah.
It means from this stage onwards, unless Baloyskie finds 3 kills in less than a minute, I don't think it's happening, right? Winds of Nature is still a very good item.
That is very true as well. I mean, it's good having friends if you're Dewa United. They're gonna start on the Lord right now. Geek Slate doesn't have the numbers. Baloyskie running all the way back, but Kadera isn't even going to be there with them. So Baloyskie jumping right on top of the Kaja, gets him out of the way. Cult Altar is used. Lord is going to be pulled off from Dewa United. They want the kills first. Hades now goes in, aggroes the Lord, goes for the puncture. Lord brought down low. Can Hades steal this though? Doros is dead. Retribution coming right through, and Hades has done it. Lord of the Underworld stealing the Lord away from Dewa United, and Hades is still going. The iframe from the Doros is dead, trying to dash to safety, finds the kill onto the Farmist, ends up finally going down, but damage has been dealt. They found the carry. Dyson against Luke is going to be wet noodle slaps, and Luke even gets out with his life, barely. The Geek Slate, they want a big fight.
Yep, huge fight. Huge fight, but they still are losing members regardless, right? They're not, as much as we would like to believe that these fights could have been better, yes, but look at that gold, right? Geek Slate has evened it out.
Oh, they definitely have. First time in this game, Baloyskie is gonna die again. 8th death, but at this point of time, you know, it's a death worth giving up. You get the mid-tier 1 finally. Flag shoes used, Shaco Mod in danger. Kadera and Muddles dealing heavy damage, and you start to see this Melissa come online.
Yep, finally getting some items, finally becoming relevant marksman in this game. Shaco Mode, on the other hand, slow but surely falling off. He's eventually only going to be relevant for his ultimate. Keys, on the other side, is doing pretty good. Dixion,
Lanaya? Yeah. Not going to commit to that.
It's still a lot of damage, though, I will say, against the Lilia, who still needs a little bit more time. Let's have a look at that one more time in this fight, right? Lanaya is trying to push away the Lancelot to the very far right as possible to get as many of the spells as possible. Baloyskie responds by attacking Shaco Mo with a triple sweep to deny the Divine Judgment. And despite all of that happening, just the raw damage coming in from Azure Sky is enough, right? Taking the 2-for-1 victory in this matchup, however, not being able to secure the Lord.
With that being said, both teams going at it again. Triple sweep onto Dyson. This Uranus absolutely invincible. 4 members of Geek Slate gone down just like that.
That's why Geek Slate lost that fight in the first place, right? Kadera just needs to make sure that he's careful with his spacing here, but they will lose an inhibitor in the process. Kadera's going to try his best. He's even popping the ultimate as well as the sprint to get all 3 of them. Manages to save the turret.
Use the Inspire, stayed alive. I mean, Kadera doing the best he can. All things considered, he had the hell against kind of an imminent dive. Saved the inhibitor turret, pushed back Dewa United. Now his team is back up. Get this reset for Geek Slate.
Yeah, they don't, and luckily they don't lose an inhibitor for it, and I think that's the most important part. I was ready for Kadera to die there, but a lot of the resources that Dewa United used in the previous fight didn't translate over to a potential dive.
Yeah, heroic plays from Melissa, honestly. Buff stolen away by Keys. Very unfortunate. Now the Lord has spawned again on the bot side, but Geek Slate will need to start dealing with these waves first. Yeah, Baloyskie down at the bottom, he's taking care of business very quickly.
Yeah, he is. He's just waiting for somebody to show their face. He's hiding in the bush, ready for the opportunity to pounce on his opponent. But look at the general spread coming in from Geek Slate, right? It's very much the right side of the map heavy. Not really taking too much control over the mid side. Tri-brush. They want this play by Baloyskie to actually work out. Now he's guaranteed got the flank as they check Tri-brush, and Luke is forced to back away. Top side is constantly going to get attacked, and it's expected from Dewa United, especially when they're playing 4-1.
I mean, Luke breaking that consume is the best case scenario, right? So now Geek Slate have ample info. They will have to abandon that top side. That wave will crash in just a little bit. There's a chance for Geek Slate to basically bomb rush down this Lord. They're gonna do it. Luke puts his body in front alongside our boy Baloyskie. He's just gonna throw his life. They're gonna rush down this Lord as fast as possible, and they have done it. Hades gets the secure, and now for Geek Slate, the only thing they need to do is to get out of this fight. Luke even gets rid of the carry. An icing on the cake for Geek Slate.
Oh, so good. So very good. Despite everything that happened, winning out those trades, Geek Slate are the ones that secure the Lord. With that being said, this is going to be quite the stalemate. Like, look at the kill score, 25-9, yet Geek Slate is only 1K at a 1K deficit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is one of the craziest holds from Geek Slate. Naya will be dealing with the Lord. Geek Slate coming through. Hades and our boy are there. Black Shield will be available. Our boy forced to use it. OG Shadow Kill is going to expire right now. Lanaya getting absolutely melted by the pins from Kadera. And Geek Slate striking back. Now this Lord is going to start crashing into the base.
Yep, and it's crashing real fast here with Kadera as well as Muddles at the helm, making sure that they can zone away key targets from actually getting the damage into this Lord. Now, Baloyskie, he's revealed everybody. He will end up dying, but he's basically worth no gold.
There's a special term called license to feed. He's 2-11, but his team is winning the game, and he is a big reason for that. You know?
Yep, he has earned his license to feed at this point, right?
Yeah,
He's committed so much to it. 11 deaths. He did get a bit of a reset earlier, but now that reset has turned his gold. I think they're only earning like I would say
he
80,
is so
40
poor.
gold every time they kill him. Like it's not a lot.
Yeah, like he's so poor, you can just give him away. Like, sure, take my guy, Baloyskie.
Take my boy. Take my poor boy.
Die for noble cause.
Oh boy. Now, with 15 minutes into this game, Geek Slate waiting for the right opportunity to get Kadera in and go for this big 5v5. But the constant pressure coming in from Uranus is only as effective as their housekeeping. And in this case, you know, Geek Slate's housekeeping is pretty good. They're literally willing to die for the wave.
Yeah, and you have this Glue who is also a big problem, right? He is single-handedly diving past the front line of Daewoo United, getting onto Azura's guys and just bleeding him out with the split.
And the rest of the team going, they realize that the only person who could really take on that wave is Hades, who actually has enough wave clear to keep up with the rest of the speeds.
I mean, Baloyskie just... Woo!
There we go. That's the one shot.
That's what you want.
It just took him 16 minutes and all the items in the world.
I mean, it took him 11 deaths, but what the hell, right?
One-shotting Lanaya is huge there because he's not going to be available for this upcoming fight. No, Amoy trying to save Baloyskie.
Can they get Dyson out? Dyson needs to get out of this. Immortality pop. Shack almost shows up. Where's the pull? Can't find it. Out boy. Black shoot timed perfectly. Co-Ultra expanded. Hades looking for the back line. Azura's guys right there with his team. Kadera. They both trade, but Azura's guys has the immortality, and now there's no one to stop him. Out boy next on the menu, but bursts him down. Shaco Mode tries to get rid of the Lilia, but gets rooted in place by Luke. And Big Bad Glue is in the fight right now. Keys jumps over the wall, finds an iframe of Hades, burning down to the lowing one. Has the Winter Trunket, but it's not enough to keep him alive. United go even with Geek Slate. Ah boy, also burning. He's gonna survive that, but Luke is single-handedly dealing with the entire team of Daewoo United.
Does he have Swift Play? He's gonna try. He ends up still dying.
Baloyskie, what are you doing? Baloyskie flickers over the wall. Not this time, buddy. Not this time.
He needed one more auto attack to actually get the kill on Lanaya, and it would have been an empowered auto attack as well. Oh, that's a little unfortunate. After one-shotting him previously to not one-shotting him at all. And
with the Lord alive.
Yeah, with the Lord alive as well.
It would have been so nice if this was during, if that one shot happened and they go to the Lord, right? But I mean, good response from Daewoo United to go in for the trade. You know, immortalities, the Cult Altar, keeping them alive long enough.
Yeah, and then this 4-1 comp is working out perfectly for Daewoo United, right? It's just pulling apart Geek Slate, and they can't seem to like get enough resources to kind of come together for one big fight. It looks like they will have to play high ground if they want Daewoo United all in one place.
Yeah, Dyson now has the Winter Trunket also. And good luck killing him. As if it's not hard enough already.
Look, he is a thick boy. He is a really, really thick boy. Not a lot of people can really get through him.
They're gonna try Baloyskie right into the thick of things, and Dyson gets all his health back.
Yep, but they do get the consecrate. Very, very early from Dyson, and they also get the petrify. The purify from him.
Oh yeah.
At least with the triple sweep, it will come back. It will come back faster than concentration. The rest of the team, can they survive this push?
Lanaya forcing the black shoe out. Hades taking damage. What is that? It's pressed to Baloyskie instead. He died because that is a collateral in that fight.
That was really unlucky.
40 seconds before he comes back up, and Daewoo United, and they're going in for the finisher. Is right there in front of the crystal, but they're gonna work on the mid inhibitor first. Kadera's still alive. That is the savior that they need. Lord goes down, and now the full fight ensues. Kadera getting suppressed by Shaco Mode. Still has Muddles of it, now uses the ultimate, pushes everyone aside. Even with the Inspire, he's not doing enough damage to the members of Daewoo United who are tearing his team apart, but Luke trying his best to stay alive and still has some remnants of health to work with. Geeksley actually holding on. They were united. There's on the retreat. Lanaya getting chased down, loses the immortality, but can he be finished off? Uses the Winter Trunket and does have a shield, but insufficient. Geeksley hold on.
What a defense there. Amoy was able to clear the waves off just in time, and honestly, he was able to get a lot of the Dark Matter down before the Shadow Balls down before he actually got his ult off into the Black Shoes, and then gets the reset with the number of Shadow Balls he has access to and detonates it all at once. So Geek Slate played that really, really well, somehow withstanding the power that Dewa United had brought upon them.
They're gonna push on forward. Mid inhibitor is going to be targeted. Dyson with his body in front. Forced to use the Consecrate again, just to make sure they don't get through. So Geeksley don't get the inhib. 30 seconds until the next Lord spawns. They've been able to push out all the side waves. Dewa United with Lanaya back up in just a bit. We might see that final fight end with this Lord.
Exactly. And Dewa United, they actually have quite the advantage with no inhibitor targets whatsoever for the side of Geek Slate. A backdoor is very, very possible for them. And since they're playing 4-1 Uranus, he's going to start split pushing almost immediately.
And just draw as much attention as possible, right? Who is going to deal with him? Maybe Baloyskie? I mean, they definitely need loot in this fight. This guy has been resilient. He's going to start on the Lord immediately. Shackle mode is going to see this happening. The Uranus, Dyson pushing that lane in the top side. Geeksley gotta make a choice right now. They've already started the Pandora box. Looking for the Lord. Are they gonna secure it? Hades gotta do it right now, and he has done it. Lord secured. They lose Baloyskie in the process. Luke might also go down, and he will 3 versus 5 if they can even make it out of this. Kadera doesn't do enough damage to get rid of Dyson. He running forward with that Shadow Stampede doesn't find kills, but Geeksley need to hold on for 40 seconds.
Can they hold on though? With Lord on their side, at least for the side of Geek Slate, they buy themselves that extra bit of time, pushing this into the ultra late game stages. Any macro mistake is going to get heavily punished here. If somebody gets a little sloppy or a little lazy to check all the brushes or to efficiently clear the wave, they will get hurt for it.
Still another 20 seconds to go. Kadera needs to go huge again. No ultimate just came back up. Lanaya is just going to go in with the Trunken. Protecting one. I mean, Upward protects himself, but Kadera ends up going down, and that's it. Dewa United have found the killing blow. Geek Slate fought valiantly, but it was not enough. Dewa United with the 2-1 win.
Yup, huge win coming in from Dewa United, taking down at least an FPL contender team who did pretty decent that we haven't seen in a very long time. I haven't seen a team